Welcome back to the Wizard Weekly, where we talk about everything in gaming. Now, admittedly, from this side of the screen, I gotta be honest. I like talking about Nintendo and making Nintendo content, which is, why I do it a lot. But at the same time, I gotta be really careful with just how much of Nintendo content that I show from their games, because, time and time again, Nintendo has shown the world, and not just the world, but even my channel exclusively, that they do not care and will, not afraid to copyright strike you down if you reuse their content in any way, shape, or form that's not good for their business. At least whatever their idea of not good for business is, because I've never used their content in any malicious way, but I don't know any spells that can reverse infringement fines, so I tread lightly whenever I can talk about Nintendo. But that's all I can think about today when they just revealed recently their new Nintendo Music app that just got surprised announced not even an hour ago. So basically, this new app, as you would imagine, is basically like a Apple Music, Spotify for all of Nintendo's OSTs that span across their many years of operating, even going as far back as to the NES era. As you can see, you have a wide range of Nintendo music that's been, for the longest not been on any streaming platforms, and I guess, we finally know why that is. And the app is available to download as of right now. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately for some, the app is exclusively to the Nintendo Switch Online members, so you are going to have to pay that $4.99 monthly price tag to have access to this game OST browser. So it does suck to the simpletons like me who don't like to pay Nintendo monthly, but for those that have been paying religiously Nintendo Switch Online or the expansion pack membership, they finally have a new added benefit, which is always cool to see. Now, the app does look like it has a really dope design. As you can see, you can filter the music by characters, by games, and even by mood. Like, they even have your down powering up, break time, good night. So yeah, while the music app seems cool and whatnot, I gotta bring you guys back to the point that I made at the beginning of the video, because Nintendo, they've been notorious for going after creators that even use so much as a snippet of the music that they don't want on the YouTube platform. Even you guys remember back not even that long ago, there was a YouTuber that got over 1,300 copyright strikes from Nintendo over all of the videos on their channel. Now, this YouTuber has long since left the platform, but during this time period, he was basically a YouTuber that archived all Nintendo's music that, like I said, was on the platform because they didn't have it on any streaming services, and they were just looking out for the Nintendo community that were hoping to hear these classics without having to, play the games again, because, we all have that one OST that we just hum in our heads all day, and we didn't remember what it was, and then, we type it in YouTube and we find it. That's what this guy was doing. He was trying to be that guy to help us find what the hell we didn't know we were looking for. And even though he didn't have any malicious intent and obviously didn't monetize any of the videos, he still basically got his whole channel wiped and has long since not been seen on any reappearing forums on the platform. So all these years of wondering why Nintendo hasn't put any of their music on any streaming services, or why they've been going so hard in the paint with clapping these creators, it's finally, come to light as to what they've been trying to do, obviously, for years now, because Nintendo Music is just out here, and they obviously want nothing to do with any other platform, which, sucks for the convenience of it, but at the same time, it's their IP. You can't really blame them. Gotta be honest though, I'm a little bit scared for what this might mean for me, because there's a couple of videos in my past that I used the resort music on and they didn't get copyright stricken. So I don't know if this new app means that they might have gone back and officially licensed those OSTs for the Nintendo Music app. So my videos might get clapped in that process, and I'm gonna be honest, man, I'm gonna sleep with one eye open and wizard wand in hand from now on, because I'll be damned if I go down by the Nintendo goons that seem to get everybody that infringes on their copyright. But yeah, Nintendo Music app seems pretty cool. Moving on, we got a new update for Steam's game browser that is going to be really essential for a lot of games going forward, at least when it comes to multiplayer, because now Steam is now requiring developers to list if they have any kernel level anti-cheat systems within their titles. Systems like BattleEye or what else was another one? Ricochet. Those are anti-cheat systems that operate at the base level of your hardware. To give you an example of how that works, the kernel level is the deep-rooted software in all hardware that manages the CPU usage, the memory allocation. It's the base level hardware that is really sensitive as far as having control of whatever system that is used in this case for PCs. And because of that, kernel level systems have been scrutinized by players for years now, because people don't really like having third parties operate on their system's kernel level, you know, the base of where all decisions that the PC makes happen, and not just the security and all the risks that, you know, that brings for any other third parties that might want to hack your system, but even people have found that sometimes kernel level energy system slows down your performance since it does operate at that base level, and obviously it might allocate more resources to the kernel level energy rather than to all of your system processes. Now, personally, from the games that I've played with kernel level energy systems, like I said, you know, Ricochet with Call of Duty, I haven't had any real problems as far as any, you know, performance or any security issues that I know of, at least. I just wish that, you know, I could say with the sensitive access that you're giving these kernel level systems that it's going to guarantee a fix in these online games with hackers, because the shit doesn't always work, man. I don't know why. Even with kernel level energy, we have yet to see a complete stop in online exploits with games like, you know, Call of Duty and hackers. So, you know, it's a lot you're giving up with using these energy systems, which I wish I could say it's going to pay off, but you know, people know too many different things. But yeah, given the new social awareness for, you know, online security in the past few months, players have been aching to have more transparency as far as, you know, what they're installing and, you know, what they're even buying. So, you know, Steam adding this new disclaimer being required is a really cool thing. You know, they even not that long ago went with another step in showing that you have to display if you have any AI content in your game, which is another thing that's going to be really integral going forward with all video games. But Steam has been making some good ass decisions lately. You know, Valve as a company doing this good with the game store, you can only imagine what they do as far as, you know, game development right now. Like, I could only be happier if they decided to announce Half-Life 3. Too late? Yeah, right. So yeah, really cool to see the new anti-cheat label in the new Steam browser. So it's good on that. And lastly, you know, continuing this whole, you know, scheme of surprise announcements, I got to talk about this new Death Note based game called Death Note Kill It Within that just got announced also today, 8 hours ago. And if you couldn't already tell, this strategic game is based off of the really highly acclaimed anime from the late 2000s of Death Note, which, you know, I got into anime back in 2020. You know, I'm still kind of new into the whole game, but this was one of the first anime that I ever watched, which really got me in love with the whole genre, because Death Note is one of the most thought-provoking, thrilling, just overall action-packed series that I've ever watched in my life, not just with anime, but in general. And as far as any of their, you know, branching IPs outside of the, you know, TV show, like, you know, with the movies and everything, they haven't had the best track record in the past, but, you know, I am hopeful to see that this strategic, you know, Among Us type of game is going to be really fun. Now, as you can see, the game, it's basically like somewhat like a board game type of thing going on. It's you with up to 10 people, and it basically follows the Among Us type of gameplay with having a hidden killer, but, you know, obviously that gameplay on crack, because now you have clues and the death note and just overall many factors as the killer, and obviously on the police side to investigate who the killer is. And I really enjoyed Among Us when it came out, so I can only imagine that those heated matches with your friend only get more intensified with the fucking death note. Not much of a fan of these blow up dolls looking character avatars that they got going on here, but again, it's supposed to be like a board game type of thing, so, you know, I'm not that mad. The whole idea of Elle versus Kira and like how they played that out in the series, so it makes sense, but still, who the fuck is that? But yeah, in beautiful fashion, I gotta say, the Death Note game comes out on the 5th of November, which is really, I'm happy to see that's coming out so soon that they announced this trailer, but the price has yet to be revealed, and I'm hoping it's not anything crazy since it is kind of like a board game type of game, so I'm hoping no more than 20 bucks. But interestingly, if you have this on if you have the PlayStation Plus membership, it is going to be on next month's lineup of games for November, so you can technically play this for free if you have that subscription for next month. And because of that, I can only hope that further intensifies my thought that this game is going to be, you know, on the cheaper side, since it's already going to be free on its first month of release. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be checking this game out because I love Death Note and I love strategic online games I can play with my friends. So this title is definitely something that I'm interested in. No Xbox release that I'm seeing too. Only PC, PS4, PS5. Damn. They just did Xbox dirty. But yeah, man, that's all I got for today, man. If you enjoyed, leave a like on the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.